One of the works by Bach that Dei Gratia most enjoy performing is his St. John Passion. Bach's passions are really amazing examples of musical rhetoric and theology combined in action. They are musical retellings of the gospel narrative around the crucifixion of Christ. And the musical setting is comparable in structure and in function to a sermon, so it communicates the text from the Bible, but also reflects on and invites a response to it. And Bach fulfills those different functions through the use of several different types of musical number within the work. So recitative is really important. That's a kind of speech singing, so it has pitch, but it takes rhythm directly from the words, and that is used for the narration of the gospel text directly from the Bible. There are also dialogues within that, so different people in the story, like Jesus, Peter, his disciple, Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, are represented by individual singers. Another type of musical work within the Passion is the aria, the solo aria, or occasionally you get duets. And these are sung by solo singers, and the text is not taken directly from the Bible. Instead, it's a reflection on the implications of the events in the narrative. So it reflects on, usually from the perspective of an individual believer, someone who's trying to follow Jesus, or perhaps from the perspective of someone within the narrative, like one of his disciples. It reflects on the emotional implications of what's happened and understanding what it means for you personally as an individual. Then there are also chorales, and these are essentially hymns, so the tunes would have been very familiar to the congregation of the church in Bach's day, and he adds harmony to those. And the texts may have been hymn texts, or sometimes they're specially written, and they really invite a collective response, and that might be of putting your trust in God, it might be of confessing sin and repenting, or praising and rejoicing in God. So there are all these different types of music that are combined together in the one work. And Bach works with a full palette of harmonic colours, of rhythmic and melodic figures, instrumental and vocal timbres, structural devices, and he uses the emotional power of all of these musical figures to communicate the text really powerfully and effectively, and to move the listener to a personal response.